Good morning to me. It's a Wednesday today, and I have classes today as well. And I also have a mission to accomplish today. The reason why I thought I should document this is because I think it's important for me to look back on just documenting something that I'm passionate about, something that I enjoy. So, to give you a little backstory, background summary. I'm turning 24 this year. And it's spooking my bones. I'm not quite into terms with it yet. I only have 3 more months left until I turn 24. I hope I'm not dying. I'm feeling very expressive. I'm feeling very on edge. Yeah, this could be 30 minutes long. I just have a lot to say and I'm gonna yap my mouth. I'm looking for templates that I can just put myself into so I know what I'm doing, so I don't freak out, okay? So this could be a quarter life crisis, if anything. So we're just gonna take it with open arms. It's sweater weather in Hobart, so you're gonna see. But it's the same pair of jeans and same hoodie that I wear every day. But it doesn't matter because you don't know that. Is that good? Is that good? Ironically, the sun is out.
But every spending is giving us one clear indication. It's not about that.
Where's the money for all of us? Did you understand? This one is. So, I finished classes and now, I got on the bus. It was too crowded. I didn't have the guts to take my phone out and film anything. So I'm on the way to accomplish that mission I was talking about earlier. The mission is to secure 2 books that was listed on Facebook Marketplace. Okay, so yeah, I'm just on the way to this random person's house. Ooh, someone was running towards me. Anyway, obviously I'm not going to show the house or surroundings, privacy. Once I've secured the goods, I will show you that. I'm well, I'm alive, I'm safe, and the books are secured. Oh my god, this is the best. This is the best part. This is the best part about the whole bargain. This is the best part about the whole. This is the best part about it. So you must be wondering, Numa, you're in Hobart, you're in Australia. You can find almost any book in the bookstores down there. So why are you going to random people's houses to pick up books? Let me tell you why. Okay, these two books, can you see how good they are? I'm supposed to do this, I'm supposed to be saying this back at home with all the other books, but I just can't keep my mouth shut. Look at how good the books look. No spine break, no damage whatsoever. $5 each. $5 each. If I were to buy these books in the store, both of them would have cost $50. 25 minimum each. Sometimes 28 per book. 35 per book. I just got them $5 each. Are you telling me that's not a bargain? Are you telling me that's not happiness? Are you telling me that's not worth it? Damn sure it is. Hello! We are back home and it's a gloomy day in Hobart, but you're gonna have to deal with it. We will persevere, okay? We're gonna talk books. We're gonna talk me and reading, me and books. If it's a legitimate obsession or just pretense, we shall get into it. I have my cat lamp. Dun, 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 dun. Wait. So freaking cute. And we also have a mug of tea. Very unlike me. This is orange and spice flavored. Later. I don't like hot drinks. And I also have the croissant from earlier. I did take 2 bites from it, but you don't care. Anyway, let's talk books. Quick recap on how I got into reading and what reading means to me, basically. First of all, how I got into reading. When I was around 8th grade, I think 9th grade maybe, one of my friends had a book with her that she had borrowed from someone else. It was called Let It Snow, and it was by John Green and a couple other authors. I saw this book, I read a couple pages, I was very interested and I wanted it for myself. So that was the first book that I bought for myself. First novel, basically, that I bought from Saraswati Bookshop. Read it, loved it. Ever since then, I have been on Choo Choo Train reading books for a while, up until I got a job in Sri Lanka. When I got that job, I did not want to spend the money that I my hard-earned money on books, as greedy as that sounds. I just simply wanted to save up because, as you may know, especially reading English books is very expensive in Sri Lanka. You would have to spend about, starting from 2,100-ish rupees, going up until 3,500, 3,800 per book. And it's expensive. Up until then, I collected and saved all the money that I would get for birthdays, for New Year's, for all random chores that I complete at house. I would get money and I would save it up and then I would buy books. But for some reason, I didn't want to spend my hard-earned money. I said this bit already. And I stopped buying books and basically ran into a halt in reading. But I found other ways to entertain, like listening to music, K-pop.
Ready? Straight kids! Ho! Straight kids!
Black hole. Anyway, but when I got to Australia, when I came to the quaint town of Hobart, Tasmania, I just felt a burning nostalgia for reading again. I just kept thinking about all the books that I left back at home unread, and I really, really, really wanted them by my side. So the first thing that I thought of doing was to get them shipped from Sri Lanka to Hobart. But then I wanted to read here. I wanted to read more. I wanted to read all the trending books here. But it's expensive. A book here, just one book, is like 28, starting from 24, I would say, 22 to 24, and going up until same $34, $38 per book, which is very expensive, and no matter how much money I have, I would never spend that much money on a book. That's just crazy, okay? That being said, I still wanted to read, so I stepped into the Library of Tasmania. Now, very, very pleasant experience, except I don't drive, so just hiking up the hill twice every 3 weeks was exhausting. I borrowed about 4 books, I think. Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, so good. One Last Stop, Queer Romance, and another Winter Witch or something. Really, really nice books, really nice experience, but I just could not keep doing it, and I did not have any record of me reading them. You know what I mean? I would write a review, I would post it on Instagram. Shout out to Books Are Better. I had something a long time ago, very dead now. I wanted to own books. I wanted to read through papers. I wanted the actual feeling. That's why I never thought of investing in e-reading. In a turn of fate, turn of events, I researched a lot about e-readers and e-reading in general, and tried reading on my laptop and on my phone for a couple weeks. I realized that libraries in Australia, or globally basically, do ebook borrowing as well. Like, you can borrow ebooks for free. You just have to put it on hold or just borrow it straight away, and it gets sent to your device and you just read it, and it's very convenient. So I just felt very excited. So I also found a loophole to actually store the ebooks rather than returning them back to the library. But look, I'm not doing something illegal if it's just for myself. I just want to remember that I read the book. I want to go back to the parts that I highlighted. Just all of that, okay? Just all of that. So, I have a Kindle. I bought this last year. It's a little pop socket, and that's a little Coles paper bag inside out, and some stickers, and I'm reading The Bell Jar right now. I'm only like 10 pages in, but I have been having the best time of my life with this thing. This was such a good investment. Honestly, if you like reading, I would 100% suggest getting an e-reader. If you have a tablet or something, I do every now and then regret not buying a tab. I have over 50 books, almost 50 to 55 books. Oi, focus. 11 read books, 49 unread books, and altogether 62 books altogether. And there's like 16 gigs in here. Those 62 books haven't even taken up, let me tell you exactly. Do I have something? Storage. 62 books haven't even taken up 500 megabytes. That's only 378 MB for 62 books. Okay? I don't know. That's just magic to me. It's the sweetest, cutest, patootiest potato to ever potato. Love. Okay, anyway, now going to the whole mission thing that I started this video with, securing physical books. Because no matter what you want to say about e-reading, as sweet as it is, you still can't collect them. You still can't have it in your possession. And there's nothing quite like reading through, highlighting, putting a bookmark. There's nothing quite like it, okay? So that's where I found the galore of Facebook Marketplace. Just, what do I even say? Facebook Marketplace. Oh my god, such a hottie. Facebook Marketplace has been the proud provider of, oh my god, okay, proud provider of all of this. And I'm still collecting, okay? Now, don't hold me accountable. I have not read any of this yet because come on, it's a hassle. It's a hassle still to carry a physical book. That's the whole point of the Kindle. But I don't know. But still, this is still cool. So all of these, which is $5, like the two that you just saw me picking up, these two that you just saw me picking up, and everything else including had been just $5 from random people just around Hobart. So that's Beach Read, Emily Hendry. I actually don't want to go one by one. Where the Crawdads Sing. And this one, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes by Susan Collin. This is the 5th book in the Hunger Games series. Can you see how beautiful it is? Just $5. What the hell? This sells $28 Amazon and all retail bookstores. $5. Anyway, that's me. I have already read the initial trilogy, but that was a long time ago. I want to reread it. I got it shipped from Sri Lanka, but it's not in my possession right now because it's in a package in some other house that I have to go and pick up someday. Anyway, so these are all the books that I got from Facebook Marketplace. Oh my god, this is so much happiness. But please don't fall. Like I said, all the books that I got shipped from Sri Lanka. So these are just 4 books that I have not read. That's Leanne Moriarty, 9 Perfect Strangers. I did read Pretty Big Lies, Big Pretty Lies, Lies Pretty Big. A combination of the 3 words. Very good, very cozy mystery. Love in the Times of Cholera and The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna. I might probably start with that one. And A Thousand Splendid Suns is the only book that's left of the big Khaled Hosseini trio, which are Kite Runner and The Mountains Are Gold. I've read both of them. Marvelous. Kite Runner is still the best, but this is the 3rd one. I just don't have the emotional capacity to read Hosseini because, like, what? I don't want to cry. I have plenty of other reasons to cry. I don't want to be crying over a book. Anyway, these are 3 books that I still got shipped from Sri Lanka. I want to reread them. This is Night Circus, such a good book. Magical realism at its best. And I also have The Starless Sea in my Kindle, which is another book by the same author. Amazing. And this is The Book Thief, my one and only favorite 100% infinity 5 stars book. I will reread this book for the rest of my life. It's just absolutely gorgeous. My favorite quote from this book is, "There was an itch in his heart, but he made it a point not to scratch it because he was afraid of what might come leaking out." The narrator being Death, and the way he describes things. I remember there was one scene about bomb dropping, because this is about the Nazi German era and how Jews were concentrated, well, basically killed. This is it. Somewhere far down there was an itch in his heart, but he made it a point not to scratch it. He was afraid of what might come leaking out. Did I not say it word to word? Ingrained. Beautiful. Perfect. Anyway, and this is Stumm. It means silence. And oh my god, this I picked up from Big Bad Wolf sale. And it's by Jem Lester. This book, oh my god, I don't know who will end up watching this video, but read this book, for God's sake. This book is so beautiful. This book is so beautiful. It's about 3 men in 3 different generations. It's about a grandfather, a father, and a son. The main character is the middle one, the father. And the youngest boy, is autistic. And this father, it's about this family, it's about this son, it's about generations, it's about family, it's about, I don't even know what is it about. I'm just gonna read the little blurb in the back. The most important things are the hardest to say. Ben Jewel has hit breaking point. His 10-year-old son, Jonah, has never spoken. So when Ben and Jonah are forced to move in with Ben's elderly father, 3 generations of men, one who can't talk, two who won't are thrown together. As Ben battles single fatherhood, a string of well-meaning social workers, and his own demons, he learns some difficult home truths. Jonah, blissful in his innocence, becomes the prism through which all the complicated strands of personal identity, family history, and misunderstanding are finally untangled. Shtum is a book with true heart and soul, and I loved every word. I did too. Oh my god, it's so good. This is, I don't know. That's it. So good. Just read it. If you're a man, read it. If you're a woman, read it. If you're a mother, daughter, whatever it is, just read it. It's just so beautiful. And then we are moving on to the final pile of physical books that I have with me, which are thrift finds, which means secondhand books found in thrift stores, not Facebook Marketplace. These books are just even cheaper. So I told you Facebook Marketplace was $5 each per book, but these books are like $2, $3, $4 maximum per book. I think I have an $8 one here, but doesn't matter. Time Traveler's Wife. Look at how pristine this condition is. I mean, the condition of the book is like perfect. I don't know how much this was because my friend got it for me. Beautiful. I'm pretty sure this was thrifted as well. This was also gifted by the same friend, Bella. Shout out to Bella. This was $8, the binding. Well, you know that I have not opened these. I will read them, I swear. This book. The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller. This is a queer romance reimagination, I think, retelling of the famous Trojan War. The two best friends, the roommates, Achilles and Patroclus, are portrayed as lovers, and anyway, so good. I read this initially on my Kindle. My best friend, Bella, again, saw how much I loved it, and she just got it for my birthday, which is so sweet of her. But, oh my god, this book is everything. I hated the twinkification of Patroclus. That was unnecessary, so it only got 4 stars from me. Patroclus did not have to be a twink picking berries with the girls. He was a warrior. But everything else was just beautiful. The Notebook by Nicholas Sparks. I've watched this film like 15 times. This was $0. I picked it up from the side of the street. It was just a book clearance box from a house. They had just put it out, pick up whatever you want. So I picked this one. Yeah. Someday, I read it someday. These 2 books I bought today. So I think you should have seen me thrifting these 2 books. This is The Reader. The Reader by that person. Bernhard Schlink. I hope that's the right way to say it. I've also watched the film of this one a couple times. I know what happens. There was also another book with the film cover, Kate Winslet and the Voldemort actor, I forgot his name, are the main 2 characters in the film. It's about this woman that can't read, and she kind of starts a sexual infatuation with a boy that reads to her, and kind of it kind of revolves around that. Found it very interesting, the concept, and I shall give it a read at some point. And then Longbourn. This, if you are anywhere around Book Talk, you would have seen that girl that goes, "Fuck your Roman Empire, this is mine," and she reads a page from this book.
Okay, fuck your Roman Empire. I need to talk to somebody about this passage from Longbourn by Joe Baker. When she was a girl and still growing, ravenous, whenever there had been a cake, A sponge cake dusted with sugar, which Mrs. Hill had conjured up out of eggs and flour and creamy butter. Sarah would never even let herself look at it, because she knew it was not for her. Instead, she would carry it upstairs to be rendered into crumbs, and the crumbs lifted from the plate by a moistened Bennett finger, and the empty smeared plate carried back down again, so Sarah would stare, instead, at the carpet beneath her feet, or at the painting of a horse with a strangely small head that hung at the end of the hall, or at the rippled yellow curtains in the parlor, and would do her best not to breathe, not to inhale the scent of vanilla or lemon or almonds, or even to glance at the cake was an impossible agony. And for months she realized, James had hardly looked at her at all.
So ever since then, I've been wanting to read this book. Longbourn was the very first book that I downloaded on my Kindle. And I was shocked to, well, not too much, when I saw this at Vinnie's, which is a thrift store, op shop, in just around the corner of my college. It was just $3. This was also $3. The book with Kate Winslet and the actor was $4, so I just thought it's the same book, $1 less. What was the point of this video? Oh wait, there's two more. These two books are lost property from the hotel that I work in. So when we called the guests, they just said anyone can take it, so me being me, took it. This is The Wakes by Diane Yarwood. I don't know what it's about, I just picked it because it's a book. This is The Wish by Nicholas Sparks. Have not read it yet either. So free. $0. Yeah, there you go. That's my reading. Let's talk about the Kindle books that I liked. Started with It Happened One Summer, which is a romance rom-com by Tessa Bailey. And I just wanted to start off the Kindle experience with a very easy to digest book. So that's why I started with that one. And then immediately I read Red, White and Royal Blue by Cassie McQuiston. Watched the film, loved it. The book was also just as equally good. And then I think I've read a few with Kindle Unlimited and Prime Reading as well. Both subscriptions are put to death now. I don't have them anymore, so when you unsubscribe from the subscriptions, the books get taken away. So these are the ones that I have, by certain ways, managed to secure in my Kindle forever. Another book that I read here is A Castle in the Clouds. Oh my god, I loved that book so much. I don't think I gave it 5 stars, but that book was so cozy. It's this magnificent hotel somewhere in Switzerland, I think. Somewhere where there's a lot of snow, and about this housemaid, basically, that ends up solving a mystery in the hotel. The descriptions are so beautiful. The book itself was so beautiful. I just remember the book that I read from Kindle Unlimited. It's called Stay Away from the Hollands. Amina on TikTok recommended that book. She went crazy for it. I went crazy for it. Beautiful, the perfect grumpy boyfriend. Mwah! Loved it. Stay Away from the Hollands. And then another book that I read on my Kindle was Piranesi by Susanna Clarke. Another recommendation I got from one of the BookTokers. Perfect. Oh my god. Another book that did magical realism and psychological so well. That book left me distorted. I remember reading that book on the Kindle as I was walking. Like, I was reading it on the bus. I got off from the bus and I have a 20-minute walk from the bus stop to house, and I read it in that 20 minutes because I just could not put it down. It was that good. It was just that consuming. Another book is A Study in Drowning by Ava Reed. Not what it was recommended to me. It was very young adult to me. The person that recommended it said it does not feel like young adult. It's so much more. It's like it's like a fairy tale type of thing. Very much so young adult to me. and then The Song of Achilles, and then Hook, Line and Sinker, which is the sequel or the second part in It Happened One Summer by Tessa Bailey again. You're a Mean One, Matthew Prince, another queer romance, Christmas, not too bad, cute. And then Deep End by Ali Hazelwood. People that obsess over Ali Hazelwood need to give me a PowerPoint presentation on what's so good. I will say Luke is gorgeous. Lucas is delicious. Lucas is perfect, but I mean the main male character in the book. Everything else is boring. Everything else is just dragging on. Nothing's happening. There's a swimming meet here, there's a swimming meet there, they're flying here, they're flying there, and they're having sex, and they're flying here and there, and having sex, and this and that. It's just, I don't know, it was quite boring for me. Another book that's similar to The Flat Share, My Roommate or something, that I read again on Prime Reading. Very terrible book. The build-up was perfect. The chemistry between the characters was perfect, but the couple execution was terrible. So the book was terrible overall. Did not have a good ending. Full stop. Another book that I read again from Prime Reading, The Lost Bookshop, another magical realism book. Beautiful, perfect, wonderful. Loved that. Loved it. Loved it. Yeah. I mean, usually when it's on Prime Reading, it's not even in Kindle Unlimited, it's on Prime Reading. So people don't, like, it's obviously the not very good books. But that one was good. That one was good. Another book that was on Prime Reading, Cruel Prince. Never recommend Enemies to Lovers ever again. Oh my god, I need to make another separate video about the shock that the first 50% of The Cruel Prince left me in. It's a trilogy, and I DNF'd it at 50%, and I will forever hate that book. Forever. Carden, you can never make me love you. That's it. I think that's it. Oh yeah, Chai Time at Cinnamon Gardens. Yet another book. Very interesting book. If you're a Sri Lankan, if you're Sinhalese, read Chai Time at Cinnamon Gardens. If you have generations who immigrated to Australia during the Civil War, read Chai Time at Cinnamon Gardens. The narration is very triggering if you're a Sinhalese. The narration and the content of the story and the book itself puts you in shackles, gets you thinking, because the book mainly revolves around a bunch of characters, Sri Lankan Tamilians from the north that came to Australia, Sydney, Australia, during the Civil War. And it's about their experiences in Sri Lanka with the war, what they lost, and how they managed to build up their lives again, and the racism that they faced as brown people in Australia. Very interesting book. I saw this book on a nightstand of one of the guests in the hotel that I work at. The cover was very pretty, and the name itself was very pretty, Chai Time at Cinnamon Gardens. So I thought, why not? Turns out it's about Sri Lankans who are living in Australia. Close enough. I read it, and like I said, very triggering. Keep an open mind, because we all know, as Sinhalese, it's another lens that you want to look through, basically. So give it a go. Give it a go. Is that all? Maybe that's all. That's all I have. Bye bye.